unabandoned morgue stands in the middle of a dark forest, shrouded in fog and silence. The full moon bathes the place in a ghostly light. Three friends, Jake, Sarah, and Mike, approach the decaying building. Jake holds a flashlight, Sarah a camera, and Mike a crowbar. "Are you sure you want to do this?" asks Mike, his voice low and tense. "It's just a quick look. Come on, Mike, don't be a coward," replies Sarah, trying to sound confident. They push the rusted door, which creaks loudly, revealing a dark, damp hallway. The smell of mold and death fills the air. Jake's flashlight illuminates the peeling walls and debris-covered floor. Sarah records everything with her camera, while Mike glances nervously behind them. Suddenly, a loud noise echoes through the hallway as if something heavy had fallen. Everyone freezes. "What was that?" whispers Jake, his voice trembling. The flashlight shakes in his hands, casting shadows that seem to move. Before anyone can answer, the flashlight flickers and dies, plunging the group into total darkness. The sound of slow, dragging footsteps approaches. "Someone's here," whispers Sarah, her voice barely audible. The camera is still on, capturing only shadows and the sound of their ragged breathing. The footsteps grow closer, echoing through the dark hallway. Jake tries to turn on the flashlight, but it won't work. "We need to get out of here now," whispers Mike, his voice filled with panic. He grips the crowbar tightly, looking around frantically. Sarah keeps recording, the camera capturing shaky images of the walls and floor as they run toward the exit. Suddenly, a door beside them slams open, hitting the wall. They all stop, staring into the dark void it reveals. "Don't. Look, just run!" shouts Jake, pulling Sarah by the arm. But it's too late. Something moves inside the dark room. A tall, distorted figure slowly emerges, its movements jerky and unnatural. Sarah's camera shakes as she tries to focus on the creature. "What is that?" shouts Mike, stepping back. The creature lets out a guttural sound, like a mix of laughter and crying. Jake picks up a rock from the floor and throws it at the creature, trying to distract it. The rock passes through its body, as if it were made of mist. This isn't real," murmurs Sarah, nearly in panic. The camera is still recording, but the image begins to distort, as if interfered with. The creature lunges forward, its long, thin arms reaching toward the group. Mike screams and delivers a blow with the crowbar, but it passes right through the figure as if it weren't there. "It's no use! It's not solid!" shouts Jake, pulling Sarah and Mike away. They run toward a staircase leading to the lower floor. As they descend the stairs, they hear voices whispering from all directions. The words are indistinct, but the tone is menacing. "Don't stop, don't look back," orders Jake. But Sarah can't resist and glances over her shoulder. The creature is there, hovering at the top of the stairs, watching them. They reach the lower floor, a maze of dark rooms and hallways. The air is even colder and the smell of death is overwhelming. "We have to find a way out, or we'll be trapped here forever," says Mike, his voice shaking. The group runs through the dark hallways, passing rooms filled with rusted magical equipment and autopsy tables covered in cobwebs. "Here, there's a door," shouts Sarah, pointing to a door at the end of the hallway. They run toward it, hoping it's the exit. Jake tries to open the door, but it's locked. Mike uses the crowbar to force it open, and with a loud creak, it gives way. On the other side, there's a large circular room with walls covered in strange symbols and extinguished candles. In the center, there's a circle drawn on the floor with dark stains that look like dried blood. "What is this?" asks Sarah, her voice echoing in the room. The camera is still recording, but the image is growing more distorted. Before anyone can answer, the door behind them slams shut on its own with a loud thud. They're trapped. The candles in the room suddenly light up, one by one, illuminating the space with a faint flickering light. The air grows heavy, and the sound of low laughter fills the room. "This isn't good. This isn't good at all," murmurs Mike, backing toward the center of the room. The creature that was chasing them appears again, but now there are more of them emerging from the shadows around the room. Their forms are indistinct, but the danger is palpable. "What do you want?" shouts Jake, desperate. The creatures pause for a moment as if hearing the question. Then, a deep, distorted voice replies, coming from all directions at once. "You." The creatures lunge forward, surrounding the group. Sarah falls to the ground, the camera capturing chaotic images, the distorted faces of the creatures, the screams of Jake and Mike, and the circle on the floor beginning to glow. The camera screen begins to fail, showing only static, and flashes of the creatures moving. The screams of the friends grow more distant, until everything falls silent. The camera stops recording, the screen goes black. Days later, the camera is found by a group of urban explorers. They watch the recording, but there's no sign of Jake, Sarah, or Mike. The last image is the circle on the floor still glowing faintly.